Hey guys, this is just going to be a short video where we're going through the Dawn of War 4 1v1 battle report that the developers just put out. I'll be giving my thoughts on it, pausing and talking about things that I notice. For reference, my perspective is mostly going to be as a Dawn of War 2 player. I've played all the Dawn of War games, but Dawn of War 2 is definitely like one of my favorite games of all time. I have like 2,600 hours in it, mainly in like Retribution. I think 400 in the first one, 400 in Chaos Rising, and then 1,800 in Retribution. So I'll be looking at it from that angle. But very excited for this game, and I think this video shows off a lot of cool stuff. If you look for the details, there's a lot to notice in here. So please, if you notice anything that I don't talk about, put it in the comments down below and we'll discuss it. Anyway, enjoy the video. Let's get to it. Alright, let's have a look at this.
My name is Jan Thijssen. I'm creative director at King Art Games and game director of Dawn of War 4.
And I'm Elliot Verbeest, and I'm a senior game designer on Dawn of War 4.
Warhammer 11th edition is here, and we thought we'd celebrate this by give you an extended look at Dawn of War 4 multiplayer. First up, Space Marines versus Orcs. Disciplined firepower against pure battlefield chaos.
So this matchup is all about map control, pressure, and momentum. The Space Marines can dominate key engagements with smaller elite forces, but if the Orcs are allowed to build numbers and control the flow of the battlefield, things can spiral very quickly.
So it does look like
They're allowed to build
just in terms of the maps are, maybe this is just like a basic map for like testing and stuff like that, but we're already seeing like buildings in multiple points, so you're not limited to just building in your base, which is cool. It looks like it's just like power, and then like requisition up the sides and stuff like that. We don't know what these 4 bars are around each point. Maybe those are like listening post levels, something like that. And there's a ton of units on each side. Look how many, it's hard to tell. Like if you just look at blue, like they have all these tiny little dots all over the place.
numbers and control the flow of the
Like,
engagements with smaller elite forces.
Yeah, look at this. Okay, so we got 6 units and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dots. So maybe these are turrets because they're like squares. And then each of these dots is a squad.
But if the Orcs are...
But then there's actually, hold on. There's one over here on this requisition point. So this is...
The Space Marines can dominate key engagements with smaller elite forces, but if the Orcs are allowed to build numbers and control the flow of the battlefield, things can spiral very quickly.
This gameplay is captured directly from multiplayer, and we want to give you some insights into scale, pacing, faction identity, and Dawn of War 4.
Alright, let's jump right into it.
The animations look better on the units when they're shooting.
Yeah, this is a relatively small map, but as always, map control is very important. And economy is very important, so early on you try to capture as many resource points as you can. I'm playing the Space Marines and the Blood Ravens in this case, but of course you can use the Army Painter to...
I like how there's a little progress bar when it's building something. That's cool.
Play any chapter you want. And Elliot is playing Orcs, so he will have a lot more unit than I have. But my units are stronger, so... let's see how it goes.
Indeed, indeed. And I am already going to go ahead and make a play because when it comes to Orcs, it's all about quantity over...
Okay, it looks like these bars around the points are like capture progress.
Qualities. So I know for a fact that Space Marines are relatively power hungry, so I'm going to go ahead and make a play for the center of the map already and see if I can capture and hold this power node, because the more I can starve Yon of power, the better for me in the long term. Orcs are relatively snowbally as a faction, so the longer that I can hold on and fight and become stronger, the better.
This looks a lot like Dawn of War 3. Like you have the main capture point, but then you have like 3 nodes on the point, which can probably be upgraded somehow.
Chances I have of winning.
I'm stronger, or Space Marines are stronger one-on-one, so if I can catch one of his guys one-on-one, I will definitely attack them. But usually there might be more than one Orc, and so I might not be able to attack them.
Generally speaking, I want to try and avoid fighting Jan's Space Marines 1-to-1. So if I can try and outnumber him in a fight, that will definitely help me win engagements. And I see he's got a power node here, so I'm going to go and try and snab that while he's upgrading it. Because power nodes generally, when you capture them with infantry, you automatically gain all the power generators.
So that's just like Dawn of War 2. Then you have the generator and then the main nodes, and then this is just like showing you where the nodes are going to exist. So exactly like Dawn of War 2.
So if you manage to steal them from under your opponent's nose, that means that you can just take a lot of power input from them right away.
Also, it looks like you don't have to have a unit actually channeling the decapture. They're just like points you stand in and then you capture it. So that's definitely different.
That means that you can just take a lot of power input from them right away.
Right, and also these points cannot defend themselves. The requisition points, when you upgrade them, they become, you know, something that can shoot back and can fight back. But these guys cannot, so I need to go over there.
That must be like the capture circle there.
Because power is really important for me as a Space Marine.
And as you can see here, he's already taken out a few of my units, but maybe I can hold on for just a little bit longer, but I think this is looking pretty bad. So I'm going to go ahead and hit retreat on my Shooter Boy so they run on back to the closest.
Okay, there's a retreat function. That's awesome.
Production building.
Let's see if we can stop him.
I don't know. I do get...
I think he didn't realize that a second of my units joined the fights. And also I put one of my units, I gave them auto reinforcements, which basically means that the unit heals automatically. Very expensive, costs a lot of resources, but you know, it also makes them very hard to kill.
And I'm gonna go ahead and
start. What does he mean? He gave them auto reinforced, like it's an upgrade you can give them?
Start building a base right over here.
Is that maybe? Do you think that's like Space Marine specific? Like Space Marines in particular can get like teleport homers to reinforce?
So one of the unique things about the Orcs is that their infantry units, almost all of them, can build structures pretty much wherever they want on the map, which, because structures are relatively cheap for the Orcs as well, and they're all armed, lets me just spread out a whole bunch of bases across the map, essentially. It's effectively a way of, like, utilizing base crawling as a legitimate strategy.
Right, and what I just did is I did a little bit of research. Basically, depending on what you want to do in the game, you know, you want different things earlier or later, right? Because research in the game doesn't cost any resources, it just costs time. So it's all about the order in which you research something. And basically, you know, I could have researched, you know, that my unit...
Do you think there's a difference between like researching and upgrading?
It's capture points faster, or, you know, that I get more armor for certain unit types, stuff like that. And yeah, most of that is useful at the beginning. And so the question really is, okay, what is the current situation, right? So for example, if this would be like a bigger map with more points, and there would be more points to capture, you know, then maybe I would have picked the capture points faster ability. But since I already have all the points that I probably can have, at least for the foreseeable future, you know, I'm basically picked more fighty stuff.
Okay, looks like you're making a move for the center power node here, so I'm gonna try and do something about that.
Yeah, that was maybe.
Maybe it's just the camera angle, but all the models feel really, really small. I think it's just way more zoomed out than like we're used to seeing with Dawn of War units. So like all the movement feels really slow as well, which is interesting.
Yeah, a little bit ambitious. So let me actually...
That's right, come back another time.
Put some defenses up here.
That's an excellent idea. Let me go ahead and do that myself. I'm gonna go ahead and build a bomb squig pen here. One of the more hardier fortifications that the Orcs have. They automatically generate bomb squigs and send those out to any enemies in range.
Oh, that's cool.
Right, and we can have a look at the different upgrades. So I can equip them with auto bolt rifles, with swords, for example, and with grenade launchers. In the early game, you know, I don't need the stuff that's good against vehicles and structures. I more need stuff that is good against infantry. So I equip that for now.
So did that equip like instantly?
No, I don't need with upgrades, so I can equip them with
80 requisition, and I'm guessing 15 seconds to upgrade. Interesting. Why do you think there's a 140, 170, and then like a 170, 195? Like, what are these? What's the difference here between these two damage ranges? Maybe it's like versus a certain unit type or versus structures, or this means like it's been upgraded.
autobolt rifles with
What does that say? Is that
so I can equip them with autobolt rifles.
Power Sword Hand Flamer. Swaps a member's weaponry, increases damage dealt to infantry. So same thing here. It's got like 2 sets of numbers. And I guess this is like the sergeant's upgrades right here.
With
So you have like a main weapon upgrade, a grenade upgrade, slot, sergeant upgrade, and then I guess like a 1 per squad thing, maybe?
swords, for example, and with grenade launchers. In the early game, you know, I don't need the stuff that's good against vehicles and structures. I more need stuff that is good against infantry. So I equip that for now. Oh, he is attacking me. That's not...
There we go. We've gotten the power node here, and
That's
we've
pretty
taken
cool.
over all the generators. That's going to be a nice power boost for me. Maybe what I'll go ahead and do is I'm going to put a mech gun here. See how you like that.
Nice try, but I think you're in trouble.
Oh. Uh-oh, pincer maneuver. Yeah, I'm out of here. Forget about it. All right, let's run back to base. Let's see if we can get a couple. So I've got myself a scrap heap here. Get some vehicles out
Let's
for
see.
myself. Hopefully that will
So
give
they
me
can just
some
reinforce
armor
at any production
against
structure.
you.
Yeah,
you don't
these
have
are
to
the
go all
bomb
the way
squicks from
home.
his bomb squick pen.
Also, notice that he retreated.
Armor.
He didn't retreat all the way home. He just retreated
Equals out for
to
my-
the nearest structure. So it's like the Tech Brains teleport homer in Dawn of War 2.
Self. Hopefully that will give me some
So do you think
armor.
like on that building there's a button
Get
you
some
can press
vehicle-
to like make it the retreat point? Research over here, production.
So
Does he actually select this building?
All right, let's run back to base. Let's see if we can get a couple. So I've got myself a scrap heap here. Get some vehicles out for myself. Hopefully that will give me some armor against you.
Yeah, these are the bomb squicks from his bomb squick pen.
Those are cool.
They're nasty. If they reach you, they can actually deal a lot of damage, even for Space Marines.
Ah, what's this? Trying to sneak past me here? I don't think so. Got some Defcopters here to try and...
What do you think all these little symbols mean? This one's got like a... Okay, that must mean like flamer, and then we've got like a plus, and this is a double plus. Do you think maybe that's like veterancy? And then this has like a targeting thing on it, and that's the retreat icon there. This is his flamers and grenades. Okay, so this is like the upgrade panel.
Take you
So
down
that
while you
stuff
make
used
your
to
way
be
over.
on top of the unit in Dawn of War 2.
I think I'm just going to go ahead and
Oh
take
no,
that
that's
point,
veterancy right there. You can see a little chevron.
if that's all right with you.
You can try, you can try. Actually, now I have enough resources. So, Hammerfall bunker coming down.
Looks like these guys are globally reinforcing.
Okay, that's not looking great for me. Let's get out of here. That's a little bit too fortified. So that's definitely one of the strengths that the Space Marines have, is that they can just spontaneously drop a defense or two onto a position, and you have to be able to respond to that fairly quickly.
Also, one thing we can do is we can produce stuff in reserve, which basically means that it's not going to be on the battlefield, but instead in orbit. And then I can drop it anywhere I want. So let's do that for a little bit of a surprise.
Now, that's a little bit more range than I expected. I'm gonna pull back out of this, but I think we managed to deal a little bit more damage to you this time.
Also, what do you think these red numbers mean up here? So we've got a white number, a green number, and a red number on requisition and power. Could that be upkeep, maybe?
There we
Oh, that's like your total, your income, and then that must be upkeep. The red must be
go.
upkeep. Zeal for globals, but there's two of
hang
them.
on back here for a minute. I think I'm gonna go see if I can.
You see how
build
there's a
couple
red
more
number?
faster
on
moving
requisition,
units to
and there's
try get
another
an
red
eye
number on
what
power?
you're up to, and see if there's any points
I think that might
can
be upkeep.
capture here.
I mean, there are 3 energy points on the map and I only have 1. So it would be really great if I could capture another energy point, but
And then
I think he might
it
have
looks
something
like
against there.
Space Marines don't. I don't know where they. They
okay,
have something
never mind.
over here. If you notice on the
think
on
he
the
might
right
have
over
something
here,
against
as
that.
this thing blows up, this moves up.
okay.
I think this is how they track Zeal, and then like the orcs might
Never
have
mind. I'm gonna just
just their wall up
demolish that
here.
building under construction.
So they have this too. So let's see if this
That should
this
refund
yellow thing moves at all.
the resources for that. Doesn't work for fully built structures, but in this particular case, I think that's necessary.
I mean, obviously this is globals,
Actually,
right?
let's come down and also let's add a little bit of a strategy
What the hell does this? Okay,
here.
so it went from
Actually, let's come
11,
down and also let's add a
6
little bit of a
minus
strategy here.
5. Okay, minus 5 to 6. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So I think the bar is your progress to the next global point. I think instead of like a total amount, you have like a threshold and you hit points, and then you spend the points on the globals.
That's Space Marines for you, baby.
And then I don't know with the orcs, this doesn't move at all, but they have WA up here. Maybe they have 2 global resources.
Okay, now I'm stuck between a rock and a hard place, so I'm gonna go ahead and...
Also, I really appreciate
okay,
these
now I'm stuck
oval
between
selection markers on the Defcoptus. Look
a
at
rock and a
this.
hard place, so I'm gonna go
Look at
ahead
that. Have you ever seen that before? That's cool. Look at that.
and see if I can create a corridor to get my units out of here. Oh, okay, that's looking like a pretty sizable army you've got going on there, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna capture that point, but maybe I can take a look to see where else I can take some resources off of you.
So that was a successful assault, I would say. Shock and awe tactics. Now I have 2 energy points, which should really help.
It looks like you can do auto reinforce. If you look, the reinforce button is T now. And then I guess R is retreat. And then X is, I don't know what that means. I guess teleport back into space. What are these? Stances maybe? Melee, like melee? No, what is this? What do you think these are over here? 2 cross swords, a shield, and then something else. And then there's something else down here, like linking. Maybe you can like link 2 squads together to make 1 big squad. Maybe this is like stance, like guard stance versus like chase stance. You have like ranged and melee, stop, attack move, or attack, reinforce, retreat. This
Assault,
might
I
be
would
like a
say. Shock
recall,
and awe
like build
tactics.
something in
Now
reserve,
I
and
have
then
2
this might
energy
be like
points, which should
recall
really
something
help me
into
out,
reserve.
Because all the big stuff I want to build costs energy, and now I can build a vehicle production.
And also the
I'm building my
reinforce thing had
chaplain right
a
next.
circle
Here it still
or
says Ezreal,
a highlight
but in
going
the
around
final
it.
game, the commanders will be generic in the skirmisher multiplayer matches. Oh, I didn't see that. Now I don't have enough resources to drop a Hammerfall, so this point is probably gone.
Yeah, very good. I was hoping that you would have let that one relatively undefended, because then I can get away with taking that point, because I've got a pretty big requisition cost
So there's
right
no
now.
there's no victory points anywhere. Are they just playing Annihilate? Is this just one of the modes, or is this how it always goes? It's just base building and point capture, and then you destroy each other's base?
That I
It looks
need
like
to take care
Annihilate's
of.
the default mode.
There's Ezreal.
There we go. Now I've got my own commander out as well. We've got
Yeah,
Guzkutta
okay.
here.
Not
Okay,
my
I see
preference.
here
I think
what
I'd
we've got.
prefer point capture.
Let's see if we can tackle your blade guards over here. Ah! If that ain't Ezreal, well, let's see if we can take him on then. Let's
Well,
attach.
bring it.
Okay, you attached it to the
All right, let's
squad.
dance. Let's use an ability here.
I can't see what's happening. It's too far away.
Oh, okay, that was a little bit much. So let's do a quick retreat.
Darn eradicators. But I'm not out of the woods just yet. Can I maybe put that down here?
So it looks like this plus symbol over his head right here. This isn't a reinforce. It's like a healing symbol.
Uh-oh. The unique thing about the orcs is that once I have reached maximum WA here, we are able to unlock everything that the orc arsenal has to offer. And then I think I've got enough for a Gorkonaut. There we go. Okay. Let's see if we can put that together as fast as we can. And we're just gonna hold the line. We also have
Also, how the hell does he have
of our final
600 income with 2 requisition points? Like, he doesn't even have most of the map.
ultimate stratagem here.
And he's like dropping this unit that
That
costs
should
like
hopefully give
1,000
us a bit
rec.
of an
Like, where's
edge
all
in the
that money
fights to
coming
come.
from?
Yeah, let's try big attack here. I placed some units in reserve and in the Thunderhawk relay. So hopefully that is going to be a nasty surprise.
Like, look, how does this
Okay.
make any sense? Look, the Space Marines have 4 points, and you can't really see it, but they have like 400 total.
I think I might have just a thing to deal with this, though.
430
Bring it on.
income,
big
and the
boys.
orcs had 800. Like, what?
Okay, then let's do a bombing run, definitely. And
Okay.
I'm just staring at the
Yeah.
income to see if there's a difference.
I think I might have this when it comes to the vehicle capabilities.
the cavalry is here. Thunderhawk, a bunch of units. Some drop pods.
Ooh. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to pull back from this. Gotta find another solution. I'm just gonna make sure that I can fortify
Oh,
myself as
I see. Okay, so if you see the orc
best as I
here,
I can.
he's got, I don't know if you can see it, but the orc has 196 upkeep and 600 income, and the Space Marine had
And I
like,
think it's time to start putting these
see if it
Gorkanauts
shows
together.
it again.
Yeah, then maybe it's time for me for an orbital bombardment, which is my strongest
300
stratagem.
upkeep for the orcs.
And
Ooh,
really
yikes.
deals a ton of damage.
Ah, but it also deals damage to your own units, and that seems to have cost you.
Yeah, but I think it costs you more, so I'm okay with that. Not great, but okay.
Look at the
Okay,
range
looks
on
like
those
the Gorkanaut
eradicators,
made
man.
the difference in this particular fight right now. Let's see if we can take care of your eradicators.
I think you might have not seen the real danger here.
Okay, Space Marines on 600 income with
I don't know.
450
Is it a
upkeep.
danger?
Okay,
I
yeah,
will,
it makes sense.
I'll
It's
come
like,
check
it's
up
like
on
Dawn of
that
War
later
2.
when I can. Right now, I'm just gonna make sure to fortify this position here.
It is cool how it shows you the upkeep.
Oh no, here's a second
Hey, look, he
HQ.
had power upkeep too. He had like 8 power
No,
upkeep.
this is orc stuff. This is bad.
And then
Okay,
the
let's see what it
orcs
is.
don't have power upkeep.
Exactly. Orcs can build everywhere, and I'm gonna make use of that.
Interesting.
Okay, it's not over yet. then.
This
Let's
is
see.
gonna be tough, though. Not looking great for me. Let's finish these constructions first, if we can. Okay, this is looking pretty rough for me. I think I may have overplayed my hand here.
Oh, dude, that
Yeah,
wreck point was
there's
getting
no more coming.
65. God damn.
There's not much I can do here, so I think that this is going to conclude
that's stuff
this
that can be
particular
balanced
match.
later,
So
right?
Yeah.
well played indeed, Jan.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, this was definitely one of the smaller maps, so this was also pretty quick, maybe 20 minutes or so. Of course, we have much larger maps, and you can also play 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 3. Matches can take up to an hour if you play something really big, but
Especially with free for all, right?
yeah, but this was like, nice 20 minutes or 24 minutes, so that's nice. Okay, cool. Yeah,
Sweet.
I hope you liked it, and see you guys soon. Bye.
Progression. All right, very cool. So, final thoughts. It definitely looks like more Dawn of War 2 than I was expecting. So that's good. The animations look better than from what they showed before. I think the projectiles still need work, but the sound is good. Graphically, it's good. Like how there's like squad customization. That's cool. I like how different factions reinforce differently, and it seems like they have their own resources as well. Like the orcs not having a power upkeep, but the Space Marines having one. That's interesting. And the way it tracked like the Space Marine Zeal versus the Orc Wall, like it seems like it functions very differently. So that's cool. It means every faction will feel unique, right? I want to see like the victory point control code, not just annihilate. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed watching, comment down below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the future with more Dawn of War 4 content. Bye.